Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I went for a walk this morning with my mum. It's Saturday and now I am going to do a little bit more Christmas decorating. If you saw my last video, you would have seen that I put up my Christmas tree. There it is in the background there, still loving it. And in that video, I did mention that I do actually have a second Christmas tree. That one was kindly gifted to me this year, but I purchased my own last year. And I thought that maybe, since it is 2020 and we could always use a little bit of extra Christmas cheer, why not try and put up my second Christmas tree? My issue is that I am in a 2-bedroom apartment. It's not particularly large and I don't have a lot of extra space that doesn't have furniture. But what I was thinking is that if I was to move this chest of drawers, that I could potentially put a tree there. I haven't measured it. I have no idea if it's going to fit. We're working on a hope and a prayer that it will. I have just brought my other Christmas tree up from the basement. I'm in the elevator and it looks like I'm transporting a dead body, not my Christmas tree. I store it with an old sheet over the bag just to stop it from getting dust all over it. I promise it's a Christmas tree in there. Before we continue, I will give a quick shout out to my festive attire for this video because I always get asked about what I'm wearing. This is actually a top from Cotton On. I've had a lot of Cotton On lately. I did do a big order during Click Frenzy, but they've just had some really cute, quite affordable stuff. It is mustard with a cute little reindeer Mickey. It's actually distressed, if you can see, so it's made to look vintage, which I like. And it is oversized. This is the size small, so it's just a really comfy, festive, cute top. So I love that. And I've got my bike shorts on, which are also Cotton On, and then my Birks, which are just super comfy. I never thought I'd be a Birkenstocks person, but I proved myself wrong because they're amazing. Oh, and my necklaces are from Hey Harper. I always wear this one and I always get questions about it. And this one is new. I recently picked it up and it's also from Hey Harper. This one's the Penelope, I think it's called, but I will try and link both of those in the description box as well as my shirt, so if you would like to check it out, you can. The dress is now in its new home. It actually doesn't stick out that much further than, or it's basically dead on, the same as the bench. So it should be okay. I wouldn't keep it there long term, but for the Christmas period, it's fine and I can still, you know, access all my drawers, no problem, which is awesome. We can see that this hasn't been cleaned in a while though, so I'm gonna give this a quick vacuum before we move in the tree. The tree that I have here is the Balsam Hill Red Spruce Slim. I will link it for you in the description box if you would like to check it out. It is a stunning tree and these bags are really handy. They store the tree super easily so that they're all safe and ready for the next year when you want to put it out. Ta-da! Alright, I think this is gonna fit, but only just. I'm very impressed that last year's Rachel thought to wrap these lights around this, what looks like to be a delights box, because that's going to make that putting them on very easy compared to my new set of lights that is just a tangled mess. However, I'm gonna potentially make it hard for myself because I want to have one strand of lights going up the center of the tree and then one strand of lights going on the sort of outer part of the tree, just so that when they flash and twinkle, it doesn't look like the top half and the bottom half are two separate. Like I could put all these lights down the bottom and all those lights up the top, but then they wouldn't, I guess, go together. I'm hoping that that makes sense to somebody out there. So I'm gonna make it somewhat more complicated by adding both strands of lights at the same time. Wish me luck with that. I don't know why I like to make things difficult for myself, but I do. She's one very lit tree. Gloves are going on. It's time to start fluffing. The lights look freaking amazing. Honestly, I feel like trees can just be left with lights alone and they look so pretty. It takes that bit of extra time and I am always like struggling whether I'm extra generous with the lights, like that second strand of lights. I was probably a little extra generous down the bottom and then I got to the top and I'm like, oh crap, I'm running out of lights. It always happens to me. I'm either too generous or not generous enough, and then I get to the top and I'm like, oh, I've got extra, and I start to come back down again. But it doesn't really matter because when it comes to Christmas and Christmas lights, it's just about having them on the tree. So I'm very happy with how this looks. And the tree itself actually stayed pretty fluffed from last year. I'm quite impressed. It doesn't look very holey or gappy at all, but I am going to give it a good once over and make it look extra pretty. Oh, music needs to go back on. We need some Christmas tunes to keep me entertained while I, oh man, gloves don't work on a touchscreen while I fluff the tree. I'm just rehydrating because this is a long process. I very much enjoy it. I just listen to music the whole time, but yeah, I can never convey that quite in a video because otherwise it would just be hours of me faffing around with a Christmas tree, which I don't think makes for very riveting YouTube content. But as you can see, I have fluffed the tree as best that I can. It's a little bit difficult to get around the back of the tree since I've got it pushed up as far as I can against the wall, but it's pretty good. There's still some gaps, but I will fill a lot of that in with picks and some of the ornaments that I'm putting on. So I'm gonna leave it as is for now and move on to decorating, and I'll probably just fluff a little bit as I go along. That's what I usually do. It is so pretty. I am loving all the lights. I'm so happy. Honestly, I'm sitting here, I'm like, I could totally add like another strand of lights, no sweat. At some point, somebody has to stop me with the Christmas lights because the whole tree would just be weighed down with lights if it was up to me. I've brought in my decorations tub, which is looking a little bit sad, but there is a lot of decorations underneath there. And I also have my bags of all my picks. So I'm thinking that I am going to use the eucalyptus and probably the berry picks as well. And then I think I might concentrate on just mainly the white and potentially wooden ornaments. I want to keep the tree on the more neutral side, just because the whole point of the room was that it was like red, black and white. So I think I'll keep the tree quite white and light, and maybe with just some small pops of red. I do have my cute little hot cocoa, so they might go on as well. We'll see, we'll play around, but I'm definitely going to start with the light colors as a base. But before we do any of that, let's get these pics on. All right, let's do this. We're already on the home stretch of decorating, which is crazy because I feel like this tree has gone so much faster than my other tree. In saying that, this is the second time I'm decorating this tree, and because I'm just doing it for fun, I'm really not worrying too much about where I put things. I'm just, you know, throwing them on and stepping back every now and then, making sure it looks good and just enjoying the decorating process. I'm fairly sure I said this last year when I was doing this tree, but I really like how it looks with just the pics, and I would happily leave it as is. I think it's got color, it's got texture. I don't know, I don't think you actually need to add anything at all, but we will add some ornaments because I am having fun with this. These are Kmart. These snowflakes, I think they have these out again for the third time at least this year, but they're also Kmart, and then these are H&M Home, and again they have quite similar out this year. I like these really kind of fun geometric shapes. And then for my pop of red, if I want to use this, these are from Kmart, these were from H&M Home, the velvet ones, and I have my little hot chocolates were from TK Maxx last year, and then these little baubles were from that set of lots of little mini baubles that are also from TK Maxx. Target Star, I got this last year, but again they have the same one out this year. And then the Christmas snacks are out again. I'm going for choc mint wafers this time. So good. You gotta get on board with these choc wafer things. If they're only out at Christmas time, you need to make the most of it. Alright. I'm trying really hard not to talk on camera with my mouth full, but let's get this tree finished. That was a really aggressive bite. We did it. Tree number 2 of 2020 is decorated. Oh, star. Do I need a star or not? That is the question. Part of me likes it without a star. The whole thing may fall apart if we do this, but it doesn't hurt to try. That's crooked still, isn't it? I don't know, I don't know. What do you guys think? Star or no star? I honestly was happy with it off, but I think now that it's up there, I'll probably leave it on. But otherwise, that is the tree. I'm really happy with how it came out. I'm loving the red and white theme. I think it looks really, really nice. Oh, it just makes me so happy looking at it. I really hope you guys enjoyed seeing it come together too. I know so many of you really liked this tree last year, so I hope you enjoyed seeing a slightly different twist on it. This feels so festive. I did again not put these snowflakes on. I'm not sure what it is about these, but just this year I'm not finding that they're working for me. They are a really nice ornament, but they didn't end up on the tree. Everything else did. And I think it all really works well together. All right, I'm gonna put the tree collar on the bottom and maybe tidy up some of those cords, tidy up the rest of my bedroom that's kind of, well, it's definitely covered in glitter and packaging. And then we can really be done with this tree. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like the tree next to the tree, but honestly I don't really have anything else to put on this bedside table. So I've just quickly gone in with some of these white pearlescent baubles from that same clearance TK Maxx set that I keep on using. And I've also popped a few kind of sporadically on the tree. And I think it just helps them tie in together, and I think that they're different enough. There's enough contrast that it still looks okay. I'm not sure. If I absolutely hate it or it starts to bother me, I might move it, but for now, I think it's kind of working. And like we said, the whole reason I put up this tree was that we said there was no such thing as too many trees for Christmas 2020, so what is one more tree in my apartment? I haven't actually gone around and counted all the different trees that I have, but if anybody wants to have a guess in the comments, have a crack. I'll go around and count them at some point and we'll see if somebody's right. There's definitely a fair few. I mean, in my bedroom alone, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if we count the little bottle brush trees. So there we are. That helps you out. Have a guess. How many Christmas trees does Rachel have in her apartment? And then tell me how many Christmas trees that you have at your place. Are you Christmas crazy like me, or do you have just one or none? Like probably a normal person. Now that we're all done with that, wow, look at the tree. Now we're all done with that pretty tree, I have had a shower and eaten some dinner and I'm just about ready to settle in for the night. It's my super fun, exciting Saturday evening. I am in the guest bedroom where I'm very excited to say we can see the floor again. The best part about putting up the tree meant that I was able to clear some space. I could take down the last storage box and we're looking tidy. The only part that's not is this pile of boxes here, which is gifts that I've bought so far. So what I thought I might do is set myself up in front of a Christmas movie and do a bit of wrapping so that these presents can at least get under the tree and I'll feel more organized and sorted and, you know, just like I've got my life together. I know that a lot of you in the past have enjoyed seeing what I got my family for Christmas, so I can show you some of the presents that I've gotten so far, and then maybe we can do an old school wrapping time lapse. I know this has been a lot of time lapses in this video. It's a very time-lapsey video, but I know a lot of you guys do enjoy that, and maybe some of you might be watching this when you're wrapping your own gifts. That would be kind of cool. So I'm gonna set myself up and we can get a little wrapping party started. My plan this year is to try and put pretty much everything that's not in a box into a box, just because I think it's fun when you can't quite tell what a gift is, but also a lot of things aren't necessarily surprises because people have asked for them. So it's just a fun way to keep everybody guessing. So I've kept like any kind of postage boxes and I'm gonna use them. So for Rob so far, Rob is my sister's husband. I have grabbed him some shorts that he asked for. These are the New South Wales State of Origin 2020 I don't know, shorts. So he's got those. In here, I think is a bag. Yes, it's a studio tote that I picked up from Typo for my sister. This was one that she asked for. It's got a lot of pockets. It's actually really cute. I think she'll probably use it for school. So that's one of my sister's gifts. In here is a swimsuit for mum. I actually grabbed this today from TK Maxx. So it's originally from Sea Folly. The original price was $169.95 and it was $39.99 in TK Maxx, which is just awesome. We were walking through there today and she was talking about swimmers and I sort of spotted it and said, why don't you go try it on? She tried it on and she liked it. So I bought it for her and we'll be giving it to her as one of her Christmas gifts. It's a really cute little one-piece bargain. The other thing that I have for my mum is this Mimko phone case. Now, this is actually secondhand. I managed to pick this up on eBay. My mum had sent me a photo of one that she'd seen like this. Somebody at work had this particular one. Unfortunately, the phone that my mum has, which is an iPhone 10, they don't make them anymore. So I just looked on eBay and somebody happened to be selling this one for an iPhone 10. It's in really good nick and it was only like $45 or something like that, as opposed to $180 or $170 that they sell them for, which is much better. My mum will appreciate it much more because she really didn't want to spend that much. She just liked the idea of the wallet and phone case together. So that is also for my mum. This one is for my sister. It's from Hey Harper. It's that necklace that I always wear. She asked for one of her own, so I've gotten her that. For my dad, I have, of course, a Bunnings gift card. If you've watched my videos for a long time, my dad always gets a Bunnings gift card. And then I also have this beer mug that has his name on it. It's kind of a running joke because my dad's name is Graham, but he spells it G-R-A-E-M-E, which is not the most common way. People spell it G-R-A-H-A-M. So because I found this and it was spelled the right way, I bought him one for his birthday and then I went back and bought another 3, so he had a set of 4. So he's gotten one for his birthday, one for Father's Day, one for Christmas, and one for next birthday as well. For my sister's dog Bronte, I got her this little toy. Then here you'll see the matching Christmas shirts that I mentioned in my Christmas tree decorating video, so I need to wrap those up. I've already given my sister hers because I thought she might need it for certain things. I'm going to give them to all my family now, just because if they go to any Christmas events, sometimes you just need a Christmas shirt in the lead up to Christmas. So I thought it would be nice for them to have if they do need one. And over here, oh, this was like a little extra gift. I got 2 for my mum and then 2 for my sister. They're just these baking mats. I picked them up from Aldi because I wanted some. They're reusable, so you don't need to use baking paper. So I've got 2 of those for my mum and my sister. And yeah, I think that's everything I have here. I'm actually planning on putting Dad's gift card in that giant box there. I just think it'll be funny to look like a massive present. It turns out to be a gift card. He'll appreciate the joke. As for the movie, I think I'm gonna watch Operation Christmas Drop because I haven't watched this one yet and a few of you guys have recommended it to me. So let's see what it's like. That's one done. my butt is numb and my legs and feet have pins and needles, which can only mean one thing. We have done a decent amount of wrapping sitting on the floor. This is how everything turned out. I think it looks really cute. All the wrapping you would have seen if you watched my video going through IKEA. Most of it's IKEA. I think that gold star is actually from Aldi, and the bags are from Kmart, as are these little tags here. They're just from the craft section. You could get 30 of white or craft, and I got 2 packets. I've just sort of stuck them together there. And then all my little twine is from IKEA as well. That one's from Kmart. I think that was from TK Maxx. I bought that years ago. So I like how it's all looking. It's really pretty. I don't know how I'm going to arrange it all underneath the tree. We'll have to play around with that. Right now I actually don't mind it across here because it's kind of hiding all the cords and stuff underneath my media stand. But I feel like I've made decent progress. It looks like there's a lot of presents, but it's mainly like the boxes, which was exactly my intention. So it worked out well. And with that done, I think I'm going to end the video. I still have a little bit of the movie to watch, so I'm going to enjoy the rest of that. So far, my rating, I would say it was better than Midnight at the Magnolia, but not as good as Holiday or Dash and Lily. Better than her Christmas movie last year, the one with the year before actually, the one with the calendar. I'm enjoying this one more, I think. Either way, it's a nice movie. There's a few moments where I'm going, oh, that's so cheesy, but that's what you expect out of these Netflix Christmas movies. So it is exactly how I expected it to be, and not the terrible, cringeworthy acting that some of the movies have. There's my little synopsis if you were looking for one. I just spotted I'd added my little reindeers to this tree from last year. You wouldn't have seen it in my Christmas decorating video. I'm still loving this tree. It's so interesting hearing your reactions to it since I posted the video. Some of you loved it. A lot of you were apprehensive at first and then loved it. Others of you are saying, nah, far too sparse. It's a Charlie Brown tree, which I totally respect the opinion, but guys, Charlie Brown, it had one ornament and it was like tilted over. Like, look it up. This is not a Charlie Brown tree. It's sparse, it's a little spindly, but it's not quite Charlie Brown. In saying that, I think the Charlie Brown tree is actually really cute. But anyway, I'm just gonna come back to tree number 2 because I realized that I haven't showed you in the complete dark. We can have one last look at all those lights. Definitely worth spending the extra time putting on the extra lights. But I'm very happy with how this turned out, and I hope for all of you who voted for a second tree that it was worth it and that you have enjoyed it and that it maybe put a little smile on your face. Alright, I'm gonna say goodnight from the tree. Quick shout out to Stella if you're watching. My mum dropped over your Christmas card. She checked the PO box and found it in there. So I wanted to say thank you so much. That was very sweet of you, and give you a little shout out in the video because I really appreciated your Christmas card. It is my first for 2020 and it was really sweet. So thank you so much. I hope you're all having a fantastic day or night whenever you're watching this, and I will talk to you all in my next video. Bye guys. I take it back. I'm giving Operation Christmas Drop some extra points because I just read at the end of this that it's actually based on something that really happens. So it's really sweet what they do, and it's actually really awesome that the American, Australian and Japanese work together to drop off supplies to people that need them. It's really nice. I didn't know that this was true, so there you go. Slightly cheesy Christmas movie that's actually based on some people doing some good in the world.